Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Deep Recruiting, another edition. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been live. I was on vacation, so you have to respect that. Today, I want to talk about ethical guidelines and how important ethical guidelines really are to your overall success in recruiting. They play kind of a hidden key part in what recruiting and what your career is really going to be all about. As you become more adept as a sales professional in persuasion, these skills are going to become second nature to you. You're going to do them without even thinking about them. They become a part of who you are. And you're going to find yourself, as a result of that, using them all the time. They're going to be affecting you unconsciously. They're going to affect your unconscious, your buying triggers, how you relate to everybody, how you talk to people in different social situations. And you're going to find yourself using these to get other people to do things for you or even for themselves that might possibly not be in their best interest. And as a professional recruiter, you've got to be on the lookout for when you are using these skills that are now second nature to you in an inappropriate way. The ethics are really very simple. You never, ever, ever want to pressure anyone into behaving against their best interest. You want to make sure you're not doing that professionally as well as in your personal life. The ethical way to use these tools is to encourage companies to hire people they should hire to improve the quality of their business and consequently their lives. And with candidates, you only want to be encouraging candidates to accept job offers that they should accept, that you genuinely believe, that you sincerely believe in your heart is going to improve the quality of their career and therefore their personal lives. Your job as a recruiter is to help both sides overcome obstacles that are limiting them and preventing them from having the things they should have to make their lives better. We all have buying obstacles. We all have things that are in the way of us doing things that are going to be in our best interest. Sometimes we just want to take that path of least resistance, and we need external motivation to make the decision that's right for us. That, identifying that, is when you have the opportunity to use your persuasion skills to get people to do the right thing for themselves. Don't allow in your own life and in the lives of your prospects these things that are demotivating them to hold them back, to keep them from taking the action they need to take for their own lives. The job of your life as a recruiter, as your career, is to help them to overcome and to take action. Zig Ziglar, I think, said it best. The most important persuasion tool you have in your entire arsenal, though, is integrity. He didn't say though. The most important persuasion tool you have in your entire arsenal is integrity. And that's a Zig Ziglar quote. So can you think of times in your career, in your professional life, where you've behaved without that level of integrity? And what were the consequences of that? An example might be, somebody wants to take a job. They're telling you they want to take a job. And based on interaction with your client or through third-party resource, that it's actually going to end up being a bad decision for that person. You should counsel them on that. You don't tell them don't take the job. What you do is you ask your prospect a lot of key questions that are going to stop and make them think and make them really reevaluate. Force them to go and get the answers. Put them in a position where you're making sure they have the knowledge you have so that they can make an informed decision. And you'll be surprised how better you sleep at night and how better your reputation becomes in the end. Why is this an advantage for your career? How is this going to help you make money? Because you're going to become known as the recruiter that cares. You are no longer somebody trying to put that candidate in a job. You become a co-job seeker. And that's the position you always want to be in. You don't want to be the headhunter, the recruiter, the professional staffer, whatever category you want to use. You want to be the co-job seeker. You want to be emotionally invested in their individual success. If you're emotionally invested in their success, you're going to be much more likely to treat them with respect, treat them ethically, and point them down the right path. And they're going to be more encouraged to refer business to you. And more importantly, when they move into a position of authority in a company, to bring you along with them. You want to be the ethical recruiter at all times. That's the reputation you want. I learned that early on in my career. Always do the right thing, and it's going to benefit you tenfold over just trying to put a deal together. It may not happen immediately. It may not happen in the first 30 days, but you got to put in those reps. You got to put in that time, and you have to look at your career holistically. And where do I want to be in 5 years? What kind of reputation do I want to have? Do I want referrals coming in, or do I want to be sitting there constantly having to dig up and find new people? Your clients are going to respect it. Your candidates are going to respect it, and your employer better respect it. And if they don't, give me a call. We might be interested in you. This has been Deep Recruiting. We hope you tune in every Monday. Share this with your friends. Let them know this is a good podcast to build their career, build their skill set, make comments. These comments are really important to us. Comments are the most important and most valuable thing you can do to help us grow this podcast. Each week, we're going to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and help you get the information you need to be successful. If you've got questions, if you've got issues, you'd love to hear a professional address, email us at deeprecruiting@teamgtn. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to bring your situation in a confidential way, public, at least the general scenario, so that we can break down what's really going on, what are the obstacles you're facing, and how do we address that in a successful way. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, please like, share, and most importantly, leave a comment for us, and have a great week. Thanks so much, everybody.